for this year. Uh, Lots of people are back. One new face.
Mhm.
Uh, as we are going to tune in to our new party. So, everyone here, no matter who they are, has received a mysterious invitation inviting them to Lord Blackthorn's manor. Lord Blackthorn is a uh, rather mysterious noble. Not much is known about him, but those who have met him say that he is quite eccentric, avoiding most social gatherings, but his own. And from what you can hear, his parties are things that should never be missed and are often life changing. And as you all arrive at separate times to the castle you see pictured here, let's go from left to right on my screen. Uh, Eric, can you please describe your character and how they arrive to the castle?
Dragon McClurk walks in through the door, wobbling, wearing a trench coat. He is a half a dragonborn, blue dragonborn, scales, uh, wearing a trench coat and hat. He puts up the hat on the rack, but he does not take off the trench coat. The trench coat stays on. Walking into the door, he's a bit shaky, a bit wobbly. His legs are rather short, and his arms are rather short for himself. So, walking the door, he's spying around, trying to understand where he's supposed to go. He's kind of the foyer.
Okay. As you are looking around, another person enters into the to this grand foyer. Laura, can you please describe your character and how they enter the castle? How they arrive to the castle?
Yes. I'm trying to see if I actually wrote a description. I can come up with it on the fly, and it looks like
Fly,
that's what
Laura,
I'm going to
fly.
do.
Fly, Laura, fly.
Oh, here we go. I found one. Barnaby Starling is about 5'10" in height, has red hair, pale skin, young blue eyes, clean shaven. He's in a performer's outfit, so very brightly colored clothes, floppy hat with a big feather, and he comes striding in, strumming on his dulcimer, because that's what he's apparently proficient in.
uh, Eric, I don't believe you gave me your character's name, but whoever they are, they
It's
see
Dragon McClurk.
Dragon McClurk. My bad. Uh, Barnaby, you see this blue dragonborn standing in the foyer, with trench coat and all. But before you have a chance to say anything to them, Hope, it is now your turn. Please describe your character and how they arrived to the castle.
Sure. So my character is a uh, name is Duncan McGee. He is a very petite dwarf, smaller than most, but very sturdy and strong.
Mhm.
Red hair, giant red beard. You notice that he's covered completely from his the top of his wrist all the way. He's completely covered with his armor. Refuses to take anything off. He kind of storms in, slams the door, and sits down.
Okay. Uh, a loud bang echoes around the foyer. Barnaby and is it Dragon McClurk?
Dragon.
Dragon
Spell
McClurk.
dragon, yes, but Dragon.
Yeah. McClurk and Barnaby, you see this small dwarf come in marching through and slams the door, uh, followed by Ian's character.
Everyone else kind of came through a standard uh, kind of driveway entrance. Um, Mike, um, short for Michelangelo, comes kind of from around the side of the castle. He is a turtle. He looks excited to be here and comes in and starts looking to see where the food is.
You were upon your immediate entrance. You see the this collection of dwarf, man, and dragonborn, and then finally,
I did mention he was a turtle, right?
yes,
Yes.
Okay.
for Hope, for your reference, turtles are just like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay.
They walk like people, but they look
Master
like
Oogway.
turtles. Master Oogway is another good way. Finally, in comes Chris's character.
Uh, so meandering in, you see a 3 foot tall automaton that appears to be made of white porcelain with a Chinesery pattern. And I probably mispronounced that word. Um, with a very noticeable gash that runs across the front of its face, um, and a hole that appears to be in the top left portion of its head. Around its waist is a belt with tools that fit its size, of which is a set of hammers, wrenches, and tongs.
What's
It
what's
is,
it? Paputon?
huh?
What is it?
Automaton.
Oh, a Tom. I said a Pafuton. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, automaton.
Um,
And just kind of strolls in, and obviously pretty filthy. You assume that he took probably the forest way rather than the main roads.
You assume he took the. Okay,
He walked through woods.
yes.
Michelangelo walks up to him and pulls some twigs and stuff out of him and looks at him kind of funny.
Uh, I look up to you and in a very weird voice, almost scratchy, two toned, and a minor key, say, "Thank you."
And then I ask, "Have you seen any food?"
To what species?
Well, food. Preferably some pizza.
Well, food is very general. For to an ant, a leaf is food. To a tiger, a rabbit is food. To a bear, food can be fish or berries. I do not know of this pizza you speak of.
Mike just kind of looks at him kind of funny and then kind of walks away.
Wait, I have questions, and I begin to slowly follow behind him.
You all hear this voice, silky, coming from uh, further on into the foyer. You look across this large room. There's a the woods are the wood floor is a dark brown stain uh, with that fills the floor, and then white columns that are flecked with gold run up towards the arched ceiling, all leading into a focal point, which is the grand staircase. This, at the top of this grand staircase, you see the origin of this voice, and you see a man. Uh, he looks to be in his mid 40s with greased black hair uh, and a twirled mustache. He says, "Good evening. Welcome to my home. I am so happy you could all join me."
Yes, it's a
Logan,
very lovely home.
is this your opportunity to just throw us into Curse's Strahd?
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Yes, he would.
I am. I trust you. What? I trust you are able to find it, no problem.
Yes, yes. It was difficult travel, but we made it.
I take my big floppy hat off of my head and I make a very elaborate bow with it. Barnaby Starling, at your service. Thank you very much for your invitation.
You see Lord Blackburn do a
I'll be
twirl with
right
his
back.
hands and a half bow back towards you. I think I heard a kid get up.
Oh no.
They tend to do that.
Yeah, normally Hope can run interference without it being noticeable.
Oh, good. Nah, we hear him come down all the time.
So,
Uh,
so Mike walks over to Barnaby. Well, first of all, is there any food in this room?
you do not see
Okay,
any food.
he'll walk over to Barnaby and start making small talk. And is the dulcimer that's a guitar type thing, right?
Uh, if it looks like Quinn's gold dulcimer, I'll go find a photo.
Thing, isn't it?
They can be lap guitars. They can also be hammer dulcimers.
Well, he'll come over and kind of pluck some strings, just trying to make small
Bluegrass
talk
instrument.
of do, do we normally know what's going on at these parties, or do we know that it's just a great party?
All
I'm
you've
gonna
heard.
just
All,
move my dulcimer out of his reach.
you don't know anything about the parties. It's you know that Lord Blackburn is famous for having exquisite parties.
Okay, then I'll make small talk of kind of asking, do you know why we're here? Why us?
He's right there.
Just asking.
I presume it's because I'm a famous bard.
Well, I don't think that's the reason I'm here.
I have no idea why I'm here. I just want some darn food.
Yes. While you guys were talking, you did not notice how Lord Blackburn had descended the stairway. Oh, okay.
Have I heard of Lord Blackburn?
Make a knowledge check. Like, I guess that'd be history or intelligence.
I'm so not used to having intelligence. This is a moment right now.
Oh yeah, I could walk over and pluck those strings.
21.
Oh, yes, you have definitely heard of Blackburn. Um, it seemed that it seemed that it's more of like the the allure of exclusivity, because not very many people get to go to his parties, but everyone that you have heard that went, uh, it was the most spectacular thing that ever happened to them.
Then I will say, you very much have my gratitude. I have been waiting with bated breath since I received my invitation.
That is excellent to hear. Uh, Perhaps we should continue this conversation in the dining room.
Dining?
I Yes, I believe the chefs have prepared a meal for us.
Ah,
Is it pizza?
yes. We are
Oh, now
quite
you better not.
famished.
You better not be vegan.
Ha ha ha. Lord Blackburn laughs. No, no, sir. He leads you past the grand staircase and through these intricately carved wooden doors into another room. This appears to be some form of sitting room. There's a large fireplace with stuffed couches that appear to be almost like they were be bursting at the seams with the amount of cushion in them. His You see standing quietly in the corner two young servants. They couldn't be more than 17 at the oldest, who are standing quietly by the other pair of French double doors as they open them up wide. And you are now shown to the dining room. There is a black wood table decorated with all kinds of white china, again with golden inlay and silver goblets at all around. Lord Blackburn takes his seat at the head of the table as he gestures you all to join him.
I take a seat.
Happily take our seat and talk about how famished we are.
I pull back the chair roughly and gruffly sit down with a large thud.
Sit down, tucking our.
And I'll sit down and be looking for the food, hoping that they're going to serve it quickly.
I will sit down as well.
Lord Blackburn looks at you, Chris, puzzledly. You are not how I recall. I assume there was some form of tragedy.
Yes, I think, depending on how you look at tragedy.
He twirls his mustache. You see him wave at the two young servants, and they begin to bring in extremely tiny plates of food. First, a salad.
Duncan scours the plates.
Dragon begins to take bites, and every other bite he stuffs into his trench coat.
Steps into your trench coat.
Stuffs into his trench coat.
Are you trying to do this sneakily?
Yes.
Okay, roll a sleight of hand.
Poorly. 21.
No one notices you do this.
Very tasty.
Once the salads are done, then there's brought out a bowl of this very dark red soup. So, Lord Blackburns begins to ask you questions on more intricate details of Sir Barnaby.
Oh, yes. I put my spoon down.
You are the one who was, I must say, easiest to find. Your career has carried your name quite far.
I'm like puffing my chest proudly.
And you, Duncan,
I
I must say your reputation also precedes you. My voice is slipping really hard.
Just go southern.
Well, I
And
do declare.
I must say, Duncan, your exploits have been heard far and wide, and I must have invited you to this party, for I believe that you possess a certain quality.
Well, I sure do like hunting them squirrels. Okay, sorry. Yes,
So
you
natural
must have
for you.
heard of me. What can I say? Yes, I'm quite a warrior. You must have heard me many times.
Uh, Over the course of dinner, there's been a slow, steady rain building up over on the outside. It is tinkling off the dining room windows. The servants bring in more candles as the sky darkens, and they bring out the third course, a absolutely raw piece of steak.
Did I even get a bit of the soup?
Yes,
What did it taste like?
tomato.
Okay.
Don't you have any pizza?
I don't think. I'm trying to think. I'm going to roll my own history check. At a 16. I have vaguely heard of pizza, but I don't think I've encountered it.
I have. I must say, the garlic is terrible.
I will say during the time that you all are eating, Zell is just looking at each of you, unblinking, with dim blue eyes.
Uh, Dragon starts to scarf the steak down with his hands, and you hear what sounds like arguing coming from him.
Mike is
Chris,
poking the meat, wondering why it's a little too rare for him.
Chris, what's your character's name?
Zell, XEL.
Okay.
The best I could
Um,
come up with on short notice.
That's I just repurposed an old character, so you're good. Barnaby will look at Zell and be like, pardon me, where are you from?
I think the better question would be, when am I from?
A little slack-jawed at the moment. Tell me more. Do you mind if I write this down?
I don't think it matters.
I pull out a little notebook.
How much do you wish to know?
Derail's entire campaign. If
No.
other people want to like say things, we can say that Chris and I are having this conversation in the background.
No, that is why I invited you. I find you all to be quite interesting. It's like Monsieur Michelangelo has traveled from a far-off land with unique food that I hate to say I cannot enjoy. Uh, this is where the meal gets a little awkward.
All right, pause my reading.
Awkward.
Duncan raises an eyebrow.
You have all heard, of course, of my elaborate parties.
Of course.
Wouldn't miss it.
But they've never told you what happens in these parties. It is part of the requirement.
Why would you have that requirement?
It would spoil the fun. You see him playing with the board.
I've been to many parties like this. It is not an uncommon request.
As the servants take away everyone's finished steaks, they bring out a it's like a special goblet for each one of you, holding a pinkish liquid. They do not bring it to Lord Blackburn.
A pink liquid?
Yes.
What's it smell like?
It smells alcoholic.
Hmm.
Mm,
Zell looks and says, I appreciate the food, but I lack the proper body part of which to enjoy.
That's fine. I also do not drink wine.
Mike
I
just does.
prefer
Mike,
I prefer whiskey.
Mike just downs it.
It is
Has,
uh
oh,
it is a fantastic rosé wine.
He doesn't
has
care.
Lord Black
I will down it as well. Why not?
Rosé all day.
has Lord Blackthorn been eating during the dinner?
More so just playing with his fork.
Barnaby will raise his glass to the health of our gracious host.
You are very kind, Barnaby. You are very kind, dear Barnaby. And I
Duncan
hope.
pauses. Oh, sorry.
What does Duncan do?
But Duncan pauses before he drinks and says, "Aye, aren't you going to have partake in this?"
Oh, wine is not my choice of drink. I am a bourbon man.
Fair enough.
I am familiar with this bourbon of which you speak.
I mean, you really should just make him country, Logan.
It comes from far off land of Ardsbound.
So, I hope you have all enjoyed your meal. For now begins the game.
Game?
As you may have not noticed, the windows and all exits are locked.
Oh,
That, why?
For the game. You all are free to roam about my castle. Find whatever clues you may need, whether it be keys, trinkets, scraps of paper, whatever. As he throws the fork over his shoulder and it just like clanks to the ground. If you are able to escape through the front door using after solving my riddles, then you will all be allowed to go free as better off than you came. You have 12 hours. He stands up slowly from the table. I suggest you begin. And, and the all the candles snuff out in the room as the room goes dark.
well, I'm going to instantly regret getting rid of knock from my spell list.
I don't think we signed up for this.
What happens if we don't get out?
There's a lightning crash outside.
We'll keep it.
Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
Well, what I will say is normally when they don't want you to say anything about the party is because there's drugs.
Duly noted. Go to Laura's parties.
Barnaby's
Duncan Duncan gets up and slams his fist on the table. I say we go find that Lord Blackthorn and kill him. I didn't sign up for this.
Didn't he say there were riddles?
He did.
Duncan looks sad and says, I don't know how to read.
Oh no!
I inspect the cup we just drank, Logan.
Oh, it is a very, very nice cup.
Is there anything in
Where
the bottom of it, or on the bottom, or in the bottom after drinking it?
it's clear crystal.
Um,
Is there any writing on it?
Clear crystal.
Nothing.
We should
Is it room?
try the front door.
Huh?
We should try the front door.
uh, you're welcome
Is
to.
the room still dark?
The room is dark. Like
Okay.
all the candles were blown out.
Oh, this means I can't see. Crap. I cast light.
As you cast the light, the room is illuminated. You see all of your party guests in the room with you, but you do not see Lord Blackburn or the servants.
Oh boy. Anybody else want to comment on the fact that the servants were children?
Honestly, did not notice. They just looked like little people. Should possibly dwarf or halfling.
I mean, they were 17, but that's young.
I'm gonna go check out the kitchen.
So there are there are three doors in this room that you can see that illuminated by Barnaby's light.
I better see if I can even see.
You guys don't want to try the front door?
No, I want the kitchen.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go try the front door. I get up and go to the
Split the party. Split the party.
This could never go wrong.
splitting the party.
Okay. Who goes to the kitchen? Who goes to the front door?
I will go to the kitchen.
I'll go to the front door.
I will go to the kitchen.
Okay. Okay. Let me roll a dice here so I can be impartial. Somebody call evens.
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 All right. Well, Eric said it first, so we'll do Eric's first.
Okay.
All right. All right. Would you guys take the door you came in through or the two other doors?
The two other doors. Going to-
Which one did they bring the food out of?
We'll just say it's the ones to the north.
Okay, well that's where the kitchen is then, someplace
Okay.
up there.
Okay. All right. You travel north, the three of you. You're in like this narrow hallway. Does anyone here have light / can see in the dark?
Let me check.
Not that I can tell.
Did you guys leave the light and not be able to see in the dark?
Yes.
I know Dragonborn can't see in the dark, but turtles.
Does not appear.
Okay. And what about?
No, looks like turtles cannot see in the dark.
I'm so glad I prepped light.
Okay.
So I guess the three of us are extremely intelligent and walked out of the light.
I pull my wrench from my belt, and I will cast the cantrip Produce Flame.
Oh. I think technically you don't need a wrench for that, but I like it. So, lighting up his wrench with Produce Flame, the Zeal, how's your name again?
Zell.
So,
Zell leads the way down this narrow hallway. The walls are a fine white plaster, with them, but the runner boards and the flooring are still that dark wood that matches the dining room. As you go along this hallway, you eventually come into another door that cuts sharply to your right. Being the only entrance, you push it in. It is one of those double swinging doors, and you find yourself. Let's see, you can't smell, but in the glowing light of your wrench, everyone can see that this is in fact the kitchen. The fireplace still has the smoldering embers of the flames that cooked your meals. But beyond its few scant embers, this room is lifeless.
Does it have refrigerators?
No.
What type of food storage is there? Anything?
Make an investigation check.
17.
Okay. Looking around, you see many, many pots with a hard yellow substance on top.
I will open them up and sniff and see if anything smells good enough to eat more. Because
So
I
it's
didn't touch that steak.
because it's not quite a lid, but as you try to take it off, it peels away like a sit like a putty. It's like rubbing it on your fingers. It reminds you of garlic butter sauce, but without the garlic.
Oh, so butter sauce.
It's a clarified butter which you put on top of food to make an airtight seal in a clay pot. And it
Oh,
makes your food last for a week or two.
Interesting.
nice.
Never heard of that.
Yep. As you
Well,
open,
once I pull that off, I'm gonna dip my finger in and see if it tastes
it's
good.
it's squishy. It's cold. You lick it. This is raw pork.
Huh,
Ew.
huh.
I thought it was
Dagon
on the
proceeds to
fire
down it.
or on
Huh?
the. So it's not on the stove or anything.
Nope. It was on a shelf.
Oh, that's right.
Dagon
Well,
proceeds to down the
what
raw pork.
before I put it in my mouth, if I discovered it was cold, I wouldn't have just eaten it.
Okay. Okay. Dagon takes it from Dragon takes it from you and begins to try to scarf it down.
Mm. You hear further arguing coming from Drake.
Make a reception check, everybody in the kitchen.
You said perception?
Yeah.
Perception is perception.
Tell me you're not just two two kobolds in a trench coat.
Of course not. It's three
What do
kobolds.
you mean? I am Dragon, the cleric. The cleric.
I'm slightly disgusted with Dragon's display of eating and rolled a 9.
17.
What did you get, Chris?
17.
17.
Ooh.
All right. So Michelangelo is a bit disturbed by Dragon, and but the other two party members notice that the drawers in the kitchen are beginning to so they all pop open, and you see forks and knives and hammer mallets meant for tenderizing meat begin to spring out of the begin to spring out of uh, the drawers and fly around, whizzing around your heads. I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative.
Initiative it is.
And before we get to that, what are the other two doing uh, in the dining room? I believe you guys were headed to the front door.
Yeah. I say to Duncan, don't worry. If we encounter anything with writing, I'm a calligrapher. I can read it to you.
Duncan looks up happily. Oh, that'd be good. I have many troubles where I have not been able to read. One time I got stuck in a sinkhole when I thought it said to a spring.
Oh,
This is the conversation you have as you are walking through the grand sitting room. The fireplace that was you swore was roaring before you had your meal has also gone to cinders. Your shadows of the couches stretch out along the floor and cast upon the walls these twisted figures with hunched backs.
This space is definitely very different, dark.
Hi. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I have to agree.
You pass out of the dining room when you get to the grand foyer. Uh, twinkling across the room, is the door that you entered in through, chained with 3 silver locks.
I go and check the locks.
Okay, make an investigation.
I still have knock. Sorry. I didn't get rid of knock.
You're very excited.
It unlocks things.
That would be a little easy.
20, not natural.
These are magical locks. You're not sure if knock would unlock them, but you can go ahead and try.
Did I get anything else from my 20 not natural?
They look like these locks have keys associated with them. Sorry, I'm looking for a pen. Hold on, sorry.
Oh,
I think I would have a pen. Yes, I do. Oh, no, I got one. Thank you, though. Ah. Okay, yeah. So, 3 locks. They look like they have keys associated with them, but they are indeed magical.
Is anything written on them?
We'll get back to you. So, what was everybody's initiative?
Mine is 8.
13.
19.
Hold on one second.
I didn't roll.
No, your guys are good. It's like this is separate combat.
Oh, that's right. I rolled so well, though. Can I keep it?
If you don't tell me that you rolled again. Anyway, Michelangelo, a steak knife swishes through the air towards you.
Is that classified as a
Weapon attack?
yep?
Yes, it is a weapon attack.
Okay, I will use my reaction to deflect it.
Oh, it's not a missile. It's
Oh,
yeah, no. It's like for all intents and purposes, it's like somebody's wielding it to strike you, but it's not that. Um, it's not like a thrown object, or it's not a.
no. Well, that's no fun.
Okay, I'll let the next thing be a.
I mean, I wasn't going to redirect it at anything, but you know.
Yeah.
I'll just try and knock it down then.
Yeah. Assuming a 9 doesn't hit you.
No, a 9 does not hit me.
Okay. You knock it off to the side. It's your turn.
Do I see anything that I can attack?
You see knives, forks, a single spoon, a tenderizing hammer.
I'm gonna take whatever the largest thing is. I'm assuming the tenderizing hammer, or is there a meat cleaver or something like that?
Yeah, you can find a meat cleaver in there.
Okay, and I'm just gonna try and well, I've got 2 attacks, so I'm going to just try and knock them on the ground and see if they stay there.
Okay. Go for it.
17 and 15.
A 17 just hits. As you strike it, it falls to the ground, but it seems like it's trying to float back up.
Okay, and then as my is it bonus attack? I've got the unarmed strike with my claws to try and um, smack it again. Or we don't do anything with damage, do we?
Uh, you wait. You said hold on. I may have misheard you. I thought you said you hit with a 17
With
and then you did 15 points of damage. Did I
no,
mishear that?
I've got 2 attacks per action.
Oh, okay. So the 17 hit, the 15 missed.
Okay, so it hit with the 17,
Yes.
but I don't need to do any damage rolls.
No, you go ahead and do damage. My
Okay,
bad. I misunderstood you.
gotcha. Okay, the first damage is 11.
Okay.
Okay, and because I hit, I can do the unarmed strike. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just do a regular unarmed strike. For 15, I assume that misses.
That does also miss.
Okay. And at that point, then I'm going to start backing away towards the door that we came in through.
Okay. Attack of opportunity. That misses. Because I rolled worse than the first time. Dragon.
Yes.
The tenderizer hammer's coming at you.
Oh, lovely.
Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I need you to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jeez. Okay.
All right. Now I believe it is your turn, Dragon.
I will use my action to disengage and go for the door we came through.
Okay. All right. That leaves the cleaver going for Zoa. That is a miss. What do you do, Zoel?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yep.
Sorry. So I was reviewing my character. I screwed up on one little thing. It's not the produce flame that allows it to have the light. It's the magical tinkering. So basically, I turned my wrench into a flashlight.
Okay.
So anyway, as far as what I'm going to do, I have these things called Guardian Armor Thunder Gauntlets. And I'm going to go ahead and use that. It has a 5-foot reach. So is there anything within that 5 foot that I could hit?
Oh yeah, you are swarmed around by all forms of cutlery.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't see a map, so I didn't know if you had one or anything. All right, so I get 2 attacks. So my first attack is an 11.
The 11 misses.
Okay, my second attack is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 does hit.
Okay, and the damage of that is going to be 9 points of thunder damage.
Okay. It falls to the ground, but then wavers itself back up.
Huh. I turn to Michelangelo. Does culinary devices normally do this?
Michelangelo is already making his way out the door.
Yeah, he's already gone 40 feet.
And I will follow suit.
Okay, attack of opportunity. Miss.
Okay, good. All right, and I will make my way.
All right,
Now,
you guys are running down the hallway. Let's go back to the foyer. All right. So you want to look for writing on these locks?
Yeah.
You said there were riddles.
Make an investigation check.
My earlier one doesn't count?
Wait, I thought you said that was for initiative. We
Well,
gotta
I
roll.
did one I thought when I looked at them initially, you told me to.
Oh, right. Sorry.
You're okay.
My bad. It's split my mind.
I had
You
rolled a
got
20.
you got a 20, not nat.
Yeah.
You do see some words on there. The It says property of Thormund Blackburn.
Well, that's not very helpful.
Duncan gets very angry and shouts at Barnaby, "Hold! Stand back, laddie!" And
Get
gets
out
out,
of the way.
gets out his great axe and starts trying to smash it, the door.
Okay, make an attack roll on the door.
Okay, you're also going to help me. So is there dice here?
Okay, yeah, let me give you my bag.
I'm sorry. I'm not familiar.
Okay. So roll this one for an attack. Ah, 22. There's also, you can push these buttons.
Okay.
So, she rolled a 18 plus her modifiers as she runs at the door, swinging wildly. Now roll a d12. So, you're not raging, right?
No.
Okay. So, you step out of the way, Barnaby, as a charging Duncan runs at the door with it swinging a giant great axe and carves into this fine wood and leaves a deep gouge.
Well, you did something.
Can I attack again?
As you rear back to make a second strike, I want you, Barnaby and Duncan, to make perception checks.
Who to make perception?
Barnaby and Duncan.
Gotcha.
For the hope to make a perception check, roll a d20.
Okay.
Okay, 11. And then I need you to add your perception modifier. To do that, perception plus 1. So you got a 12. What did Barnaby get?
A 19.
Barnaby, coming from up the stairs, you hear a getting closer and louder.
I close my eyes, I mutter something under my breath, and I turn around to see it.
There is a large figure with the most distinct thing you notice about him starting out is he has a flat top head. It's like green skin, sewn on limbs. You can see the crude stitching even from here in the light. His shadow covers the entire back wall as his heavy footsteps lumber towards the door. He sounds.
Duncan takes off or pulls his axe out of the door and screams again and runs at the creature.
I'm having a moment where I'm thinking all of my. I didn't take any something something dead spells, and I'm regretting that.
As this thought passes through Barnaby's mind, as Duncan charges up the stairs to swing at this creature, I'm going to need Duncan and Barnaby to roll initiative. So hope to roll initiative, roll a d20, and then add your dex. For you, that's 0, so just roll a d20.
Okay.
18. Damn, you are rolling hot.
Would you like me to roll again, or can I use my accidental old one?
That's fine. I don't care. Um, and before we start that, the boys, I just realized that we'd split up based on gender lines. Make it back to the kitchen. I mean, not back to the kitchen, to the dining room. It is dark and empty. Can you make a perception check, every guy?
At least our characters are all
Every
men.
guy? All of us make perception?
I need Chris. I need Ian. I need Eric to make
Dirty
perception
20.
checks. Dirty 20.
12.
I think Chris is muted, so with a dirty 20, Michelangelo, you hear the distinct sound of dwarven screaming coming from the door that you know is the front entrance.
Since I recognize that somebody was a dwarf, I will keep going towards that screaming.
All right, does everyone follow?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I was on the phone with my mother. So where is the screaming?
Coming from what you assume is the main hall, you hear a dwarven screaming.
Yes, I will go that way.
Okay. You guys take off, passing through the sitting room. All right, as we cut back to Duncan and Barnaby. Duncan, yours was 18. Barnaby, what was yours again?
24.
Okay. So Duncan's gonna get the first hit in. I need you to roll an attack roll for me.
Okay. D20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you critted. Okay, so that means you get to roll 2d12 instead of just
Okay.
one. Okay. Now you're still not raging, right?
No.
Okay. So that is going to do 3 plus 11 plus your strength. And your strength, Hope, is plus 3. So that is 17 points of damage. That's a freaking lot. All right. Your axe smacks into this creature's arm and it digs quite deep. But it looks like the creature is more angry than hurt. So Barnaby, start us off with the actual initiative.
I was reading something. Sorry. How far away is he from me?
About 30 feet.
I suppose what I will do is cast Starry Wisp.
What does
Which
that do?
a cantrip I'm allowed to have, and it's essentially Ian's thing he likes to do as Levi. You launch a mote of light at one creature object within range. Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 radiant damage. And until
Okay.
the end of your next turn, it emits dim light in a 10-foot radius and can't benefit from the invisible condition.
Cool.
Cooper.
All right, so make your attack roll.
That was bad. 9.
You just miss.
I will move 15 feet closer.
Okay. Is that all you're gonna do?
I think that is all
Okay.
I can do.
All right. Now, Duncan, it is your turn again. Now that we're
Okay.
in the, so what do? You're standing
Uh,
down the stairs from this creature. You would say that this creature is probably 2 to 3 times as tall as you are.
um. Well, I guess I try to get my axe out of his arm, and I'm gonna attack him again.
Swing away.
All right, D20.
Yes.
Oh,
Did you crit again?
yeah.
Somebody's rolling with loaded dice.
Uh huh.
All right. Roll 2d12.
Okay.
What? Okay.
Nice.
23 points of damage. So, okay, you've already done 40 points of damage to this creature. All right, now make your second attack.
Okay.
Because as a barbarian, you get 2 attacks.
So another D20, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Duncan.
Aw.
Oh,
That's
wait,
okay.
wait. So you get to add, this is where you add your bonuses. So,
Okay.
what's your strength? Plus,
Uh,
+3, right?
+3, yeah.
Yep. And then you get a proficiency bonus because you're using a weapon you're good with. So that's +6 total. So that's a 14. So you still hit, but you don't get to
Okay.
roll 2 dice. You only roll 1.
Okay.
One d12.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were waiting on me.
And God damn it.
Jeez.
There you go, you bugger.
Okay. This creature looks really freaking hurt. It's like almost like it's like almost crying as he reaches out to try and grab Duncan. He misses. I am rolling on the opposite end here. No, wait a minute. What's your AC, Hope? Because I rolled a 13.
AC. Sorry, I'm trying to. Here, I'll come to you.
I got it. I got less to get up. Armor class.
Oh, I'm dead. Okay, 13.
All right, so he just barely hits you, and you feel him like as he reaches down, he grabs you by one of your arms and like lifts you up and then smacks you down on the stairway. So here comes. So you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeesh.
Barnaby, you hear some crunching of wood as Duncan smacks into the stairwell.
Well, that's not good.
This time he rolls a 15 to hit as he's going to smack you again. This time throwing you down the stairs. Take another 14 points of damage.
Yeesh.
Ouch.
Okay, so that was one round of combat. You all are running into the room. So can I get some initiatives from
Three of us.
the three of you?
19.
10.
Chris has 10.
Who has the higher dex?
Between whom?
Between
Chris.
yeah. Because we got two tens. I need to see who goes first.
Oh, I got a 3. A 3
What's
for
up?
Dex.
Okay. Since Chris isn't answering, I will say that you go first.
Oh, sorry, my mic was muted.
Yeah. What's your dex?
No, he's good. My dex is 14 with a mod of 2.
Okay. Barnaby, you just saw Duncan absolutely lay into this creature, and this creature is not happy. It picked Duncan up off the stairs and then smacked him around a bit before tossing him down to the bottom of the steps. Duncan's kind of lying in a heap. Laura's muted.
Does that mean it's my turn?
Yes, it is your turn, Barnaby.
Okay. We will start out with casting Healing Word on Duncan. Give me a second. We'll cast that at level 2.
You checking your...
About 28 points.
Okay. Wait, that's how much you've taken?
Yeah. So it's 14 to 14, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So damage, and then you touch it again. So how much are you going to heal,
Well,
Laura?
it wasn't a lot. It came out to 7.
I mean, that's still better than nothing.
And then I'm going to cast the Starry Wisp on it again.
All right, make your attack roll.
Oh my god. Natural 1 for a 6.
That doesn't do damage, right?
The spell will eventually do damage should I ever hit it.
Okay.
Someday.
If it didn't do damage, I was going to say it should hit Duncan, but I'm not going to be that mean.
Thank you.
Dragon, you run into the foyer. You see this flat-topped Goliath walking with heavy footsteps down the stairs towards the piled heap of Duncan and Barnaby, who seems to be trying to attack it.
I'd yell, "Oh shit," and run in the opposite direction.
Okay.
You just hear yelling.
All right. So when you say in the opposite direction, you're running back into the sitting room, right?
Sure.
Okay. As you run
I
into
don't
the
think there's
sitting room,
anything in there.
you run past Michelangelo and you run past Zil. Duncan, it's your turn.
Alright, okay. I get up off the floor, thank Barnaby, and then can I rage?
Yes, you can. You rage is a bonus action.
Alright, I'm gonna go rage.
There is... We're doing the thing, right?
What? Yes. Yeah.
Barnaby, you were the only person to witness this. Duncan's skin begins to glow, almost like a neon bioluminescence. And you can, underneath his clothes, You see these waves of color that are clashing back and forth before wherever there is like a seam, like the end of his sleeve or his collar, this little neon butterfly floats out, and then another, and another until there are dozens of butterflies, all just flitting around Duncan. All right, now that you're raging, what would you like to do, Duncan?
I'm gonna try to attack his head.
Okay, now, would you like to reckless attack? It makes it easier for you to hit him, but it also makes it easier for him to hit you.
I'm gonna reckless attack.
Okay, you get to roll 2d20 per attack to hit him.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. All right, 10 plus your strength, which is plus 3.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. So 10 plus your strength, and now that you're raging, you get another 2. So you did 15 points of damage. That's really messing this guy up. You make your second attack.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, and then 2d12.
Yes, because with your bonuses, that does hit, and you get to roll 1d12. Oh, wait. Hold on. Roll one more d20. We'll see if you crit. Nope.
Oh.
They can't all be hot. But go ahead and roll damage because the 9 plus your bonuses does hit.
Okay.
Yeah, you maxed your crit damage. So you do +3 for 18 points of damage. Are you aiming for any spot in particular?
His head.
As you are swinging for his head, it's quite high up, so it's a bit difficult. Uh, your blade comes down where you thought would really disconnect it, but it clangs on something metal. You can hear it almost scraping as it goes. You didn't quite kill him, but it the he has a large open wound, but there appears to be no blood pouring out of it.
My God, what is this thing?
Clearly something dead.
Michelangelo, what are you doing? You're currently in the dining room or in the sitting room, and you just saw um, Dragon turn and run the other way.
I'm still going towards the dwarf.
Okay.
Have I not made it that far?
We just said that Dragon got there earlier because he was higher in the initiative. But you burst into the foyer. You see this chopped up creature that is coming down the stairs towards Duncan and Barnaby. Barnaby is illuminated by Duncan's butterflies that are flittering all around him. And as you step into the room, you are also become illuminated by these butterflies.
Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about butterflies. Do I see the thing that's attacking?
Oh yeah, with light isn't concentration, is it, Laura?
I don't think so.
We'll say that it's not.
It's not.
Okay,
I will attack that thing.
with what?
My quarterstaff.
All right, you charge up the steps, swinging your quarterstaff. Swing away.
Okay, first attack is a 16.
That hits.
Second attack is a 22.
That also hits.
Let's do the damage real quick there for those. 6 plus 7. So that's 13 so far.
Okay, so how do you want to finish off this creature?
I haven't even finished.
You never even hit it.
Well, it's my quarterstaff, so I will, just whack, and then it has
There.
a head, right?
Yep, and its head appears to be loosened quite severely.
Well, the first attack will smack the head, and the second one will just smack the head and rip it all the way off.
Yep, almost like a golfer. You get, I can, oh gosh, I can just imagine
4.
like a really dark Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic where Michelangelo just borrows Donnie's staff to knock somebody's head off that way.
Did you know I could not find nunchucks in D&D Beyond? That's why I had to use the staff.
Yeah. Okay. The creature's head goes flying and its body crumples to the ground. It falls down the stairs.
Oh, I forgot while I was doing the leap towards the thing, I yell out, Cowabunga!
It's- okay. All right. Zol, you arrive last on the scene. As you see, there's a giant creature that has been beheaded. Barnaby looks a little shaken, but not harmed. In fact, the only person in the party invitees that seems to be hurt has been Duncan.
Oh.
I was clearly hurt.
You said Duncan is the one that has been clearly hurt.
Yes, in this battle that took place in the main hall.
I was clearly injured by the kitchen utensils.
I will.
But you're not there. You ran the other way.
Mm-hmm.
I will walk to Duncan, and I will take my hand, and I will pat Duncan's leg because I'm assuming that's probably as high as I can reach.
He's a dwarf.
Huh?
He's a dwarf.
Oh, perfect. Then I will pat Duncan's shoulder, and say, "There, there." I don't cast any magic. I just believe that's how humanoids offer condolences.
All
So
right.
in the meantime, Logan, wasn't there a third door option?
There was a third door option.
I will run that through there.
Okay. Considering
Screaming.
that, what?
Screaming.
Yes. So oh man, considering the time, I kind of want to. Okay. I hope you guys don't hate me for this. As the 4 party members are in the. Okay. All right. I gotta say something to Eric. Um. So we see the 4 party members are hanging out in the main hall. You're taking a breath. Make a perception check, people in the main hall.
Would that be part of the main hall?
Yes, not main hall, foyer.
You said perception, correct?
Perception
14.
or intelligence or history or
Oh, if I can do history.
I was about to say, I'll just roll with what I got for perception, though. Got a 6.
23 history.
hey,
12? Is that where the wait?
Zol is the first person to point out that your Dragonborn's missing.
That's
They ran
funny,
the
I
other
didn't
way.
know he owned one.
We appear to be missing a comrade.
Oh. Oh. The fellow in the trench coat, right?
Yes.
Should we go after him?
Probably.
Well, there is power in numbers,
Did
but
any of
chances
those...
are, if he is on his own, he will die first, which means that we can have the upper hand.
Did any of those locks unlock?
You notice that one lock has unlocked.
Heck
Hmm.
yeah.
One of the
I agree.
3, right?
Yes, looking at as Barnaby points this out, there were 3 magical locks on the door. One appears to have opened. Okay, I'm going to slightly retcon that. You find a key on the creature's corpse, and it opens one of the locks. My bad. It's like I like that way better.
Sounds good. Well, we should probably go find... Did I ever catch his name?
He said it. It's Dragon.
Dragon.
Well, I will follow whoever has the light.
I will follow too.
I have the light.
I have my flashlight, so I can also do that.
Excellent.
Okay. Do you guys go into the sitting room, or you take the foyer stairwell leading upwards?
Well, if they're going after Dragon, they would be through that third door, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh no! All you guys know is that he took off back through the main room. You don't know that he went into the dining room. If we want to be specific.
Ow. Well, did anybody see where he went?
Zol was the last person who saw him, and he was running the other way.
Yes, he was running past me as I was running in.
So you run back into the kitchen?
That would
Not
be it,
likely.
right? Would that have been where he ran to? Was the kitchen? Because that's where we came from, right? Logan?
Huh?
He would have ran into the kitchen because that's where we were coming from, correct?
Yeah, but we were in a room with multiple doors.
Yep. The dining room has 3 doors on it. One that led to the kitchen, one that leads to the sitting room, and one that leads somewhere that you guys haven't been.
Gotcha.
So where do you guys go?
I say we go look in the kitchen.
You don't want to go in the kitchen.
Oh, but I'm hungry after my fight.
There's you have to watch out for the utensils and knives.
Is it something we have to fight? Because clearly this worked.
They were coming after us, but there were a lot of them. What, did we hear anything of the utensils after we left?
You guys just were kind of running full tilt out of there, so I don't. Besides, like the rattling of forks and knives, it wasn't really easy to pick up stuff.
Well, I picture them knives and stuff like that, hitting the door and forks being stuck in the door trying to.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite like mid '90s tropes is like the
Yep,
things getting
exactly
stuck.
what I'm thinking.
Yep. Yes, you did hear a bit of that.
Okay. So I want to point out that There's probably a bunch of forks and knives sticking in the other side of that door.
I open the door.
You open the door. It's a kitchen that has been a bit turned over, topsy turvy. There's a slight
Are
coming
there
coming from some of the drawers, and even the door seems to be buzzing in your hands a little bit.
are the forks and knives there?
You turn around, you see that there are indeed forks and knives that are stuck in the door.
Do I see the dragonborn?
No, you do not. You do not need to for this for a perception check. He's not there.
I close the door. Well, he's not in the kitchen. And I see what you're saying about the silverware.
Yeah, it was not pretty.
So, time to
There's-
explore the house, I guess?
There's one more door from this room.
Duncan gleefully grabs his axe. Oh, let's keep going.
Well, I guess we're gonna go through that other door. Mike
Okay.
goes and opens the door and does a gesture for Duncan to go through first.
Does Duncan go first?
He does.
Okay. All right, Duncan, being the first one through with no light, the first thing that you can immediately tell is that the room is much, much colder. Uh, there's the sound of water hitting glass is much louder in here, as you can tell that the storm has picked up quite severely.
Man, he's a roofing contractor.
Uh, the feel of skin on your air feels like this is a very humid part of the house. Lightning crash. You see half of Dragon hanging from the glass ceiling of this conservatory, and another
What?
half hanging on the opposite side of the room.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Does anybody have mending?
No.
I have mending.
I had mending.
Can you mend it?
I will.
Are you
I
dead?
I will try to mend it.
Duncan tries to poke you with his axe.
It's very high up.
I
Oh,
play a
never mind.
little mournful tune. Alas, I think he's dead.
Who is it?
It only looks like a flesh wound.
I'm confused. Who is it that we found?
Dragon.
You see, you see half of Dragon in his trench coat on one side of the room, the other half of Dragon on the other side of the room.
And is it that they're hanging up? Is that my understanding?
Yes.
I will cast Mage Hand to go up and see if I can undo whatever is holding them up.
Okay. Make a dex check.
Okay.
Which side do you go to untie first?
We'll just start with the side that's closest to us.
Okay, the top half.
Okay, sure. That's a 5.
Okay, so you are able to untie. You are able to untie whatever's holding them up there. Eric, I need Dragon to make a dex save at disadvantage as he's about to fall 20 feet.
Oh God.
Can I cast Featherfall on him?
Are you going, do you assume he's dead?
No, I do assume he's dead, actually.
Nine at disadvantage.
Okay. So,
This will go well.
yeah. Falling 10 feet. I think it's a. Is it a d6 per 10 feet?
Yes.
So you're going to take 2d6 for that 20 feet. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash to the floor.
I will immediately move to the other side with my mage hand and start doing the other one.
So, Eric, how are we going to do this HP? Go ahead and make a dex check for the sleight of hand.
I didn't think this far, Logan.
Is
Uh,
it all one health
I so
pool?
failed.
Okay.
Sure. I guess that would put them in a very small health pool each, but sure.
8 points of damage.
Ow. Whatever works best.
Okay. Shoot. All right. What do you guys do as is anyone going to make an investigation check on the body?
Does it move as it lands?
You hear a crunch and the sounds of pain, but
Well, if
Dragon is unconscious.
if I hear sounds of pain, then I'm gonna look at
I would at
Barnaby and be like, maybe he is still alive.
I would at least investigate him to see if another key is on his body.
There are no keys,
Me.
and in fact, it appears that he is alive. Very alive, more alive than you expected.
He's alive. I cast Healing Word at 2nd level.
And complete. He is complete. You notice that he is quite short. It was, in fact, two kobolds in a trench coat.
Freaking called it. Do I need to cast on both of them or just one of them? How is
Good
this
question.
Okay, well, I'll cast Healing Word at 2nd level and you figure it out, Eric.
Well, how much is that?
All right.
8?
Yeah.
8 health?
You know what? You got mending, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Put them back together, mend the trench coat. It's one health poison.
You got it.
You got to mend the trench coat, though.
You got it. I pulled out my screwdriver and I go to the pieces of the trench coat and I draw the screwdriver along the seam. And as I do so, the seams start intertwining back into a seamless piece again.
Now that is a nifty skill.
Thank you.
We're still unconscious.
Laura, was it you at the beginning that said it better not be two kobolds in
Yes.
a trench coat? Okay, I thought so.
It's just something Eric would do.
Apparently.
You were right.
I think I'm more surprised you haven't done it before.
I mean, this is the campaign to be silly. So
It's good for a short one for one off.
yeah, as the sky, you notice that in this conservatory there are more doors leading away.
So is there nothing else in this room?
As you look around, there is a well-maintained garden that is in 4 plots. It's like as you enter on one side of the room, there's a set of stairs that leads down towards like this stone bench that is in a gazebo type structure, and surrounding it, separate like quartered out by paths, is 4 gardens. Yeah, real soon, Laura.
Cool.
Okay, so I do ask them what happened when you ran into the room.
Make a perception check. Uh, Dragon.
Perception check. 11.
All you could remember is that you heard squeaking and scratching, and when you turned around, there was a plain white face that snuck up behind you, and the last thing you remember was being knocked out.
Ooh. Oh, guys, I really don't remember much. Squeaking, would you describe squeaking like rats squeaking, Logan?
Like,
Or
like
like a squeaky chair? Or like a squeaky hinge? Squeaky hinge sound you're making?
that is what I'm going for.
Okay, like there's rat squeaking and then there's like hinge squeaking. Okay, so all I recall is squeaking
It's
and
someone on an
a
old rickety
face,
office chair.
and then I was just unconscious.
A face. Well, it's
A
obviously not
white
here
face,
anymore. Did it
just a
come
white
from the
face.
stairs?
Would I know this, Logan?
Say that again.
Would I know this?
Know what?
Did it come from the stairs?
You weren't sure. You ran in screaming. You heard it squeaking from somewhere. You turned around. You saw a plain white face.
So like it
No,
was behind me?
it came up from behind you.
Oh, it came up from behind me somehow.
Well, it's obviously not here now.
That's what you think.
Well, I mean, we're all in here and nothing's attacking us. So either you're lying or and hung yourself up there to.
Yes, yes. I clearly knocked myself unconscious and hung myself from the rafters. This was the plan all along.
I've seen it happen.
Brilliant scheme.
Knew it.
I've
How
seen
could you
it
know?
happen. Well, maybe because is it only one door and then the stairs?
There are 4 doors.
Oh, there are much more doors.
We should pick one and go through it.
Well, I mean,
Watch
we
out for
don't have much
faces
of a
behind you.
choice.
Which one do you pick? There's one in every cardinal direction.
So, Mr. Lucky Bard, let's have you pick a door and we'll all go through it. I think we definitely need to stick together.
I did actually take luck.
I did as well.
Ha!
So, is there anything else in this room to investigate, Logan?
Make a perception check. $22.
22.
As you are looking, Dragon, uh, as the storm continues, the others are discussing which door do they take to get out of here. There's a lightning crash above you, and a shadow illuminates the ground in front of you. There is a figure that seems to be silhouetted in the light. You look up, pressed against the glass on the outside. You think you see that white-faced creature again.
I throw my hands in the air and run away.
All right, which
But
way
I
do you?
run away where I'm still facing one way, but my legs are facing the opposite way.
All right,
Ah!
I guess you're gonna take the southern door.
Whichever would be the closest to get the fuck away.
Yes. All right. So as Dragon takes the southern door, fleeing, what does the rest of the party do? And once we do that, we will pick up the session from there.
Did any of us else see that?
Roll perception. You got to get above a 20.
Oh,
I'll give it a shot and just see what happens.
nope. I didn't. I didn't
Nope.
roll above a 20.
That's a no.
D20.
Well, I will look at Barnaby and then shrug my what I can on my shoulders and then take off after him.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is where we will end the session as Dragon is running away from the conservatory into the southern room. And we will pick up there next time for our Halloween